Okay. I'm really sorry for this whole camera angle, and if the camera is shaking right now, it's because it's on my bed on a fan and I'm like moving my hands and that. Hold on. Grab my phone. I am really sick right now. I have a really bad cold. I've been in bed for 3 days straight. The only thing I've been able to do is make Christmas decorations. Like, honestly, I would show you, but I don't want to knock over the camera. I'll probably show you at the end or something. So let's just start off this with something really creepy, okay? I've been in bed for 3 days, mainly binge watching Hayley Reese and Loey Lane because they're amazing. I'm learning so much from Hayley, about like all this spiritual stuff that I'm really interested in and I really wanna dabble in. I obviously have no money though, so it's like... But anyway, I was just kind of lying here, or I was doing a Christmas decoration, and I kind of was like, okay, I want to go on my phone, I want to check Twitter. You know, it's an odd chance that Adam Ellis has updated Dear David. I do that like every 2 days or so. I'm like, okay, I feel like I should check Dear David today. But this time something was like compelling me. It was like, you need to check. And I was like, okay, so I checked and he's updated. I'm sorry if I sound really dead. It's because I am. I'm sorry if it's shaking. It's moving so much right now. I'm trying really hard to stop it. Maybe I'm shaking. I can't actually tell. Can you? Okay. But anyway, I got it off on my phone, so let's read through the Dear David update. I hope it's Dear David, because otherwise I'm filming this for nothing. A lot has happened in the last week, but I was away for Thanksgiving, so I'm just able to write it all down. The noises from the ceiling haven't let up, but the poll I ordered didn't arrive before I had to leave for the holidays, so I didn't actually get it until late Friday night. I planned to investigate the next morning and went to bed. I'd barely fallen asleep when I woke up to an incredibly loud crash above me. It sounded like someone had dropped a bowling ball. I bolted upright in bed and immediately felt strange. There was weird energy all around me. I can't explain it. After about a minute, I heard another crash. I briefly thought about grabbing my shoes and booking it, but that would mean passing under the hatch, and that seemed like a bad idea. So instead I just listened and waited, though I'm not sure for what. The crash happened again and then again, probably 15 times in a row, followed by a long silence. Then I heard a smaller, creaky sound from the hallway. In my mind, I registered it as a footstep, but it really could have been anything. I stayed still, but there were no more sounds after that. I lay back down, still tense and nervous, but I must have fallen asleep at some point because I woke up the next morning and everything seemed normal again. I got dressed and left to go get a bagel, same as every Saturday. There's a picture. I'll obviously show you. As I made my way down the stairs, something crunched under my feet. I looked down and noticed a pile of debris on the stairs directly under the hatch. It looked like dirt, but I couldn't tell for certain. It could have been old plaster or something. I glanced up at the hatch and noticed something else peculiar. The edge of something was caught in it, barely poking out. It's hard to see because it's so far up, but I took a photo of the skylight in the bottom of the photo and then remembered the creepy thing I saw in it and I was like, ugh. At that point, bagels were the last thing on my mind. I went back upstairs, grabbed the pole. I set my camera on the coat wardrobe at the top of the stairs and hit record, just to make sure it would be caught on video if a demon burst out of the hatch. Oh god, there's a video. I have to watch this tonight. So you can see it. Is that pole really gonna reach? Why can't you just do it from a different angle or not? Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. I jumped out of the way and practically fell down the stairs trying to dodge whatever it was that fell. At first I thought it was a dead squirrel, which would honestly explain a lot. It hit the steps and bounced down to the first floor. I went upstairs to get my phone and collapse the pole, since it's so long and unwieldy. I don't know what that says, okay. Then went back downstairs to investigate the object I felt. At first, I wasn't sure what it was. It was a dingy, faded black. Dingy. It was like a shoe. I picked it up and realised what it was. It was a small leather shoe. There you go, it's a shoe. I hustled back upstairs and texted my landlord. I told him I thought there was something in the crawl space and asked if he could investigate. He said he would come by later with a ladder and check it out. A few hours later, my landlord was on a ladder shining a flashlight in the crawl space. I stared up at him, half expecting him to grab him and yank him into the darkness. He angled his flashlight all around and finally said, "There's nothing up here." But then he was like, "Oh wait." I watched as he reached up into the emptiness with his free arm, and when he pulled it back, he had something small and round in his hand. He climbed down the ladder and handed it to me. Again, I wasn't quite sure what it was. Looking at it, it was smooth and shiny at first. I thought it was an old piece of candy, but it was cold and too heavy to be candy. After a second, I realised it was a marble. It was so worn that it hadn't registered as a marble at first. Worn, sorry. No, did I say warm? I'm not sure. Its shape also sort of weird, with a little bump on one end. Oh, I see it. My landlord seemed unbothered for the most part. Okay dude, and he told me to call him if I heard anything else. I went inside and headed to my office to see if I could figure out anything about this marble that somehow made its way into my ceiling. I had nothing to go on, and in short I didn't really learn much, but I did figure out the bump on the marble, I think. Apparently in the early 1900s they made marbles by hand and cut them with big metal scissors, which would mean the marble is probably really old. Anyway, now I have a decrepit old shoe and a marble sitting on my dresser. I guess this is the new normal, and that's it. Okay, so let's look back on my old theory. There was no body up there, but there was a shoe and a marble, so obviously meant there might have been a body up there. This David kid could be attached to that marble and shoe, I don't know. The updates haven't been as creepy as they were before, especially the one where you actually see David like in the picture, and I hate that one so much. It creeps me out. But that was all for the update. I still want to believe this is a real thing, but a lot of evidence is leading towards it just being fake or something. But to be honest, I don't know how he would have gotten the shoe up there if he didn't have a ladder. But you know, we don't see everything that's happening. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share and subscribe, because I'm really sick right now and I really need something to cheer me up because I've been stuck inside my room. I haven't been able to go outside, I haven't been able to see anyone, so I've been a bit lonely. And yeah, I'm gonna go finish making my Christmas crafts. My knee really hurts, but I don't want to knock over the camera. I shall see you guys in the next video, which will be a storytime video. Bye! I wanna die. You wanna see Christmas decorations? Look! There's a Santa hat and some holly, there's snowflake, Christmas tree, another holly, and then there's just like snowflakes. And then there's more snowflakes over there, and then I put some up on my curtains. That's all. Bye.